Okay, globalization. The world is becoming one village. Yeah. Okay. Why do you say? Why do you think people say this? The world is becoming one village. What do you think? Yeah, becoming same. In the village, what happens in the village? Huh? One culture, yes. One, what else? One language, yes. Value, norms and values become one. Everything becomes one. Okay? One language. Okay? The globalization, the globalization, the language that is becoming globalized. What? English, right? English is the globalized language right now. Culture and clothing is becoming one, right? People are using jeans, and people are using ties, and this is not from Indonesia, kan? Yeah, this is not an Indonesian culture, but this is it's the suit and the tie, kan? The suit and the tie as a formal clothing. Or clothing that you use to go to work in the offices, right? For the top managers. It has become globalized, meaning that it has become an agreed upon a way of clothing. Okay. So language, clothing. What else? Food. Globalization. What kind of food? People in Tangerang are eating hamburgers and pizzas. This is not a local food, okay? So the antonym of globalization is what? No. Different cultures. So globalization is one culture, one language, one way. What is the opposite of globalization? Localization. Local, right? Local and global. Global is the globe, right? Local is each places. In Tangerang, there are a lot of Betawi people. They like to eat what? What's the food? Nasi uduk, yeah? This is the local food. And now comes pizza and hamburgers. This is fried chickens. We have fried chickens over there. Fried fries. That's a globalized food. Yeah, fried fries is from the United States, from the Western world, right? Okay, so that's globalization. Globalization in terms of economy, right? People from outside coming into Indonesia, buying companies. Yeah, did you know that there were national companies, nationally government-owned companies? For example, what is it called? Like there's Telkomsel, and the other one is What? Pertamina. Yeah, Pertamina. But no, not Pertamina. But there's one company that's already bought by Singapore. It's like Telkomsel. Huh? Is it like one of the things? Yeah, Telkomsel. We have Telkomsel and what else? Oredo, yeah. What? Indosat is owned by Singapore now. Did you know that? It's operating over here in Indonesia. It was owned by the government. It was owned by, it was a BUMN. Okay, BUMN is Badan Usaha Milik Negara. It's a government-owned company, but it was bought by Singapore. It's now owned by Singapore, right? If I'm not mistaken. Okay. Good question. Globalization. The answer is globalization. Why am I bringing up this topic? Because why am I bringing this example? Because that's the example of globalization in terms of the economy. Okay. So the world is becoming one. The world is becoming one village. Now, meaning that Singapore is is operating in Indonesia. There's no more barriers. Okay, so that's another way to understand globalization. There's no more barriers. Okay, barriers is the restrictions or regulations. Sometimes regulations are there to protect. There's no protectionism. The government does not protect. Okay, the government does not say that. Okay, only companies within Indonesia can operate in Indonesia. The barriers are lifted. That's why other people from other countries with money can come. Okay, we want to operate in Indonesia. That's why, and that's part of globalization. Barriers are lifted. Okay, remember globalization. The world is becoming one village. In a village, what happens? You know your neighbors, right? Everybody in a village knows each other, right? Now, the world becoming one village. Globalization. You can get to know somebody in other parts of the world. Yeah? Can you? Yeah. With what? With social media, with Facebook and with Instagram. Yeah. You have Instagram, Zudi? How many followers do you have in Instagram? How many followers? 230. Okay. And how about Facebook? How many friends do you have on Facebook? You don't have Facebook. Senna, do you have Facebook?
Once, no, I don't have, but it's only for use.
Okay.
But actually, I have Facebook, but I don't know if use it.
Okay, yes. Orang tua. Okay, yeah. I prefer using Facebook there rather than Instagram. So you use Instagram?
Yes, I already have Facebook account.
I have a Facebook account, but I only use it for keeping in touch with my family because it's part of silaturahim. I used to have one Facebook account, but I closed it because there was just too many people I didn't know, right? So I'm seeing their status and I don't even know them. So I'm thinking, why should I take the time reading their statuses, or should they take the time reading my statuses? Should I know what they ate last night and in what restaurant, right? Should I know that? No. People are taking photos. Go to the restaurant and taking photos, huh? Yeah, taking photos and sharing. I don't need to know what you ate last night. Okay, but anyway, globalization makes the world become one village, meaning that everybody, the barriers are lifted. Now there can be trade economy, right? In the field of economy, in the field of culture, cultures from outside can come inside. Cultures from Indonesia can go outside. In the field of relationships, yeah, you have friends from other parts of the world, right? You can talk to them anytime. There's also what do you call it? Language exchange applications, right? Language exchange. You can say that, okay, I want to learn English, and anybody wants to learn Indonesian. Let's exchange languages. Let's talk 10 minutes with English and then 10 minutes with the language that somebody else has, right? Now, what? Huh? Barriers itu adalah batasan-batasan. Okay, the barriers are lifted. Okay, so the barriers are lifted. Anybody, economy, everybody can come in and out, right? Barriers are lifted. Now you can get married with somebody in France. Yeah, you want to get married with a Western woman, maybe. You can do that. Just go on. People are doing that. There's some YouTubers sharing their life being married with somebody from France, somebody from Germany. Yeah. So barriers are lifted. Now people are not marrying the girl next door. Yeah, kan? Because in the real village, people are marrying their neighbors. Yeah, kan? But now, because the world is also has become a village, now you can marry the girl next apa? In the next city, next country, not next door, not the girl in the next door, and the next country, in the other parts of the world. Then that is what globalization is. All right. Huh? Yeah. So that's the one. Yeah. It can be your cousin, right? If it's in the real kampung, but in the globalized, world, subhanallah. Okay, what else? Keywords. Tadi page berapa tadi? 58. Ini dia kok nggak ada ya? Okay, globalization. What's the next keyword over there? Global culture. Yeah, we talked about the global culture, right? The global culture. The idea that as a result of globalization, there is or will be a single culture shared by people all around the world. Single culture, people talking in English, eating pizza, wearing jeans. This becomes the so the dominant culture will become globalized, and the not dominant culture, the culture that is dominated will stop to exist. Did you know that in Indonesia, in our country, there are a lot of languages that are being extinct? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Extinct. Oh, yeah.
Extinct. Yeah. There are languages that are becoming extinct or are in the process of being extinct. I don't know exactly, but I'll take an example of myself. Okay, I'm from Makassar, but I don't know the Makassar language. Yeah. Okay. So you are the cause of Javanese, but Javanese, the Javanese language is still a strong language in Indonesia, right? It's maybe the second spoken language after the Indonesian language. So it's very Javanese. The Java people and also the Sunda people still use Javanese in their daily lives, but there are a lot of other languages that are not used in their daily lives. Okay, so that's global culture. All right, what can we do? I think it's gonna azan pretty soon now.